want to address an age-old question. Is hypnosis mind control? To answer that question, come to a very underrated but very beautiful place in Saskatchewan. And here you can walk for days and you don't see any human. It's occasional animals. A very wide open place. Grasslands National Park. So it's a fresh new place, a clear place for me to have a clear way to answer this question about mind. Is hypnosis mind control? Now, in hypnotherapy school, I remember the standard answer they give us is, no, hypnosis is not a mind control. Nobody can make you do what you don't already want to do. And if you think about it, and I do stand by that statement, and if you think about it, what a hypnotist has are words. Now, the words can be like a command, can be given like a command, sleep now. And the words can be given as a overt suggestion. The moment you open your eyes, you are going to open your eyes to a fresh new look of the world. And you're going to feel excited about the new confidence you have just found. Now, the suggestion can be given in a covert way. Every tall glass of water you drink washes down your desire for sweets at night. Every time the craving for sweets comes up, you don't know why. Your hand just wants to reach out to a tall glass of water, and that makes you feel very satisfied. And the words can be given as a post-hypnotic suggestion. I remember a while ago, I was working with an actor. She was going to an audition the next day for the role. It's Cassandra. And the audition was going to be given by a panel, like directors, producers, what have you. And so I put her in a hypnotic state and gave her suggestion that the moment you walk into the audition room, you don't know why. Everything that person on the left does, it makes you feel quite excited about the role of Cassandra, and you will feel very focused. You remember all the script, and you just wanted to play the best Cassandra, and deep down you know their search for Cassandra is over because of you. Whatever the person on the left does makes you feel excited about becoming Cassandra and bringing Cassandra alive, no matter what this person on the left does. So it worked perfectly well with her. So no matter what we do, if you think about it, a hypnotist will always have our words can be given as a command or overt, covert, post-hypnotic suggestions. I say, sometimes I feel like I'm doing lip service. It's moving lips. We don't really have any power to control anything by speaking words. But words are very powerful at the same time. But words can be safest in a way. So it doesn't have that power. So in that way, no, hypnosis is not mind control. However, what is a mind if it's not thoughts, bunch of thoughts, which are the constructs of words? Therefore, words are used to construct the thoughts which make up the mind. Like there's no ocean, but a myriad of drops of water. There's no mind, but all sorts of thoughts which are constructed by words. Therefore, maybe hypnosis is mind control after all. Now, my simplest definition for hypnotism is two words, really. Suggestions, accepted. The first word, suggestions, is the work of the hypnotist. Now, I mentioned the suggestions can be given by and over suggestions, over suggestions, or even post-hypnotic suggestions. These are all the work of a hypnotist suggestions. Even a command like sleep now is but lip service, if you think about it. Now the second word, accepted, is your work, or whoever chooses to be hypnotized. If you accept the suggestions, then you actually take control over your mind and make a change in your life. Now, if you reject it, then there's no mind control whatsoever. The mind is in control of you. So maybe in that sense, mind control can be a good thing. What happens is in many people's lives, when life doesn't work the way they like it to work, they lose control over their mind, they lose control over their behaviors and emotions, intrusive thoughts. That's how there's no control over their mind. Therefore, to take control over our own mind can be actually a very good thing. In that case, we would really like to get control over our crazy mind. So I remember a while ago, I was answering a phone call of a woman who was interested in having my service, a hypnotherapy service. And then at the end, we were about to schedule an appointment. And she hesitantly asked, I'm really afraid of losing control of my mind over to you. So that's a little bit of hesitation there. So my answer to her was, when life doesn't work the way you would like it to work for you, you probably don't even have control over your mind. After all, emotions, behaviors, intrusive thoughts are all kind of about your mind. So therefore, how can you lose what you don't have? I am holding a pocket watch in my hand. This is not one of those white face watch which are more muscular. This is quite a feminine watch, but it's a pocket watch regardless. Pocket watches are heavily associated with hypnotism. It's almost as if there's a power, mind control power in a watch. That's how the association of normally people's mind goes. But of course, there's no any special power in a pocket watch. But what happens is, back in the day, in 19th century, when hypnosis or hypnotism was discovered, the word hypnotism was coined by a Scottish doctor, James Braid. So when it was discovered that there's a state for people to get into a healing state, when they get into that state, there's a opening between conscious mind, subconscious mind, so you can give the deep, the suggestion to the deep subconscious mind, and that can be acted out, and then people's patients' ailment can be healed, or even they actually use the word cured back in the day. So how do you create that state? They discovered through the eyelids fatigue. That's what it creates, and the overload of the mind that can achieve that state, that hypnotic state. So what do they do? Back in the day, I believe, 19th century, the wrist watches were not even discovered yet. So of course, hypnotism would be practiced by mostly men, and all the men back in the day, what did they have? They had a pocket watch. So it's kind of handy for them to bring it out like a pendulum swinging in front of your eyes, above your eye level, and you're instructed to follow with your eyeballs, so follow the swing of the watch. Now what happens, sooner or later, you get eyelids fatigue. When you get eyelids fatigue, your eyelids just naturally want to close. And so when the hypnotist who's doing this in front of you and noticed that every time when you blink your eyes, it would take a longer time for you to reopen. So they know that moment has come. So what do they do in that moment? They seize the opportunity, they say, sleep. Now, for you, it's actually relief. So your eyelids, like, when it's going to stop it is, and then when you hear sleep in that way, you go, oh, thank God, I don't have to do it again. However, for a third person, an audience, it looks very dramatic. It's almost as if the hypnotist says it and the hypnotee does it. There is that mind control, very dramatic, like, power. But that's what happens is, like, you actually feel relief. You don't have to do it again. So that's the demystification of this pocket watch and hypnotism. And a good hypnotist would know when your head drop, there's an overload of the mind, and so there is opening of the window to the subconscious mind. So any suggestion that's given in that state, in that moment, will be completely bypass the analytical part of the mind and be absorbed by the subconscious mind, and eventually can be acted out. So that's all that is. It's like, when nowadays, of course, the modern hypnotherapists, we understand the principle, so we do not need to use a pocket watch anymore to get you into that state. Using our language, we can get you into that eyelids fatigue state or overload of the mind very easily. So there is no power, even though our mind has been, since then, associated with the power of the mind controller, what have you. It's like when you have an urge, you need to pee, and you are on your way to the bathroom, because of the urge, you walk gingerly. And so I see it, I notice it, then I give you a command, go to the bathroom now. What happens? You're just going to go there. So it sounds like when I say it, you do it. But I am actually tuning into you. I'm tuning into your urge to say that. So it can sound dramatic, but it's not. It's the same thing when a hypnotist says sleep. When you're already you want to close your eyes. So it can appear to be dramatic. That's hypnotism demystified. Saskatchewan, Canada's prairie province poster child. It is actually much more diverse than people think when it comes to landscapes. In the southern part of the province, where big skies and golden fields feed into the stereotypical image of flat prairies, Grasslands National Park has a few surprises in store for visitors, as well as prairie grasslands. There are hills and coulees, rivers and wetlands, wildflowers, and wild animals. I've lived in Canada for over 20 years, but I only heard about this national park within the last month. Now, when I am here and discover that it's such a unique place in the world, I wonder why so few people come here or have even heard of it. Promotion, or the lack of it, you'd probably say. Isn't promotion, in a way, shifting our behaviors and actions, a mind control? Yes, there are hidden hypnotists in our lives, because it's very easy for us to become hypnotized. Even the blowing wind here can be quite hypnotic. Let's face it, our mind is already made up of things that are mostly from outside of us. Believing in anything without your own investigation is to go to a trance. So yes, we're hypnotized by beliefs all the time. And yes, it is time to take control over your own mind so that you can think for yourself. And if you need any ally in your taking control over your mind, reach out to me. I'll be glad to help.